Hi, how's it going everyone? In this video I will be playing a deck that is created by one of the top 5 players in the Asia server, and his name is Chenia. So right now he's ranked the 5th in the Asia server, and essentially the Asia server comprises of your Koreans and your Japanese. And the deck that we'll be playing here is an aggro mid-range scouts deck. The aggro mid-range deck is in the second row right here, and as you can see it has netted him a 85.4% win rate, which is very high out of 41 matches. And I know all the stacks geek out there trying to say, you know, the sample size is not enough and everything. And if you want sample size, I suggest you just look at the Mobalytics tier list. All the decks there has tons of sample size. But what we are trying to do here is not to follow the commoners to net deck the common decks. We're trying to be net decking at the forefront of the meta. So what we're trying to do here is to net deck the best. It's only through net decking from the best that we can climb more ranks than the common net deckers here. This is the deck list that we'll be playing with. It's very similar to your standard Demacia Scouts deck found in the Mobalytics tier list. I know it's similar, but there are some differences here. The differences is that we have 3 Blinding Assault and we are playing also 3 Remembrance. The 3 Blinding Assault allows us to summon a Veiler, which is extremely useful because the Veiler has Scout, and the Scout synergizes with Misfortune, and it really punishes Ram deck because Ram deck don't play any creatures in the early game. Most of them don't play any creatures, and we are able to attack for 4 damage, and it can potentially synergize with Misfortune, allowing her to level up even faster. And the Blinding Assault Veiler also has Challenger, so this allows us to challenge the opponent's creature and allow our bigger creatures to hit the opponent's nexus directly. And I think what is most important about Blinding Assault is that as a mid-range aggro deck, we are playing a lot of creatures, and there are a lot of times where we have additional mana that is being saved up as a spell mana, and this allows us to summon additional creatures to develop the board using Blinding Assault, because Blinding Assault is a spell card and it allows us to spend from our spell mana. And there's Remembrance. Remembrance is an interesting inclusion here because you don't really see this card in Mono Demacia mid-range scouts deck at all. You only see this in Lux control decks. What this card does very well is, in the current meta, you see a lot of pirate aggro decks that plays a lot of small creatures that overwhelms you with a lot of damage, and this Remembrance allows you to summon a very big tanky creature in either turn 3, turn 4 onwards, which can be used to block against your opponent's small creatures. It can take up about 2 to 3 creatures at one go if you have like the Cavalry card or Radiant Guardian, which is extremely useful here. It can really slow down the opponent's attack, and you can see the advantage that is generated from Remembrance in the second game that I'll be playing in this video. You can see how powerful it is when you summon a very big 5/5 creature, and it really slows down the opponent's pirate aggro deck, you know. Like a lot of the creatures like Legion Saboteur or Legion Grenadier just dies to our Cavalry here. Overall, this deck is very fun to play because it scratches that aggro itch I always have, you know. This deck can develop the board very quickly and you can deal a lot of damage to the opponent and rush him down by turn 4 and turn 5. But at the same time, it's way better than the other aggro decks that you see like Pirate Aggro because it has some mid-range elements in it. You are not just playing 1 cost cards at all, you are playing 3 cost, 4 cost, 6 cost cards here. So it does well against aggro decks in general because it can curve quite well into the mid game and it can overwhelm a lot of the aggro decks. So it has the best of both worlds, and if you are looking to try out a new deck and you haven't tried Scouts deck before, I suggest you try this out because this is quite fun to play. And I hope you all enjoy the gameplay. If you all are interested in the deck, you all can find the deck code in the description below. Well, this will be an interesting matchup. Let's see how well we fare against Orange. So let's just remove this 2 and try to get 2 drops and 3 drops here. So I'm tempted to go with Veiler because he doesn't have enough mana to go with Avalanche. If he doesn't cast any creatures here, we can go for 6 damage in total. 6 damage, right? Yeah, Veiler hits twice. Plus 1 Flip Relic Tracker. Instead of going for Lucian, who will just die to Avalanche, So unfortunately we can't go for 6 damage, so what we're gonna do here is gonna do this. If you don't attack here, it will just die to avalanche, I feel. So might as well do it, isn't it?
What will you have?
Go Lucian here.
Push back the darkness.
Yeah, I think the only problem against Asol is we do not really have a proper way to deal with avalanche. It's like, which sucks. So we have to play under the assumption that there's no avalanche. Like, otherwise we're gonna lose here because we won't be developing the board, and if we don't develop now, in the late game we're just gonna lose horribly.
Raise the banner, lift our spirits. Me here and ready for fight. Now whole hunting.
Let's start with this first. Then we will go with this.
This is mercy. Looking grim.
Okay, nice. We're doing well so far.
The trolls are going to war. Go to war.
What we can do here is Bright Steel Protector.
My shield is yours.
Should we rally here? Doesn't really make sense, right? Oh, I didn't realize this doesn't have regeneration. The least we could do is single combat, I feel. Nah, it's a waste, I feel. Let's just go with Veiler here. And we will use that. Oh my god, this is a good one.
My strength is yours.
Okay, nice. So in this scenario, Avalanche won't kill any, like most of our creatures. You only kill Veiler, so I think that's a good thing. What we're gonna do here is we're gonna start with this. Kill this. Yep, this is good. We are three short. God damn it. I totally forgot that our Lucian will level up, so we could have dealt like an additional damage, right? That was a mistake, I feel. Oh well.
The trolls are going to war! Ready when you are. Always ready. Something for my hunting party! get away this time.
Yep, if he doesn't cast a creature here, he dies. Yep, we won.
Bring in the heat. Nothing's
Unless he can
going
frostbite
wrong.
us.
Found you.
Or he has star shaping, that's another way he can do it. Yep, didn't realize that. So what we can do here is...
Can't hurt trolls. You got a problem? They look angry. You got a problem?
Let's just see how this turns out first.
There you are. Can't hurt trolls.
So I'm still unfamiliar with double attack, so if I were to... So we can strike this, and this allows us to hit for another time, right? Because each round, the first time an ally dies, rarely. Yep. So we do this. No, these are just losers. Okay. Because I'm not quite sure if I were to use this and cut off the faces of the old ones, do I get to strike another time?
But I'm king.
Yeah, I'm still kind of unfamiliar with double attack, but even even not knowing that we are able to do the rally as well, the rally is good enough really for us. It's crazy, isn't it, this deck? It's interesting. I'm still trying to learn how to play this deck, because this deck is not really your normal mid-range deck. Okay, I suppose that's the pirate aggro, right? I wonder how a deck will fare against them. Not that great, our hand. Hoping that we can draw some 1 cost to 2 cost cards here.
I have my orders.
Okay. Here comes the aggro. The only disadvantage we have here is that we do not have any healing, so if he out aggros us, we might just lose here.
I never miss.
God damn it, it's like we don't even have any creatures. He's gonna deal like... how much is it? 5 damage.
I've got us covered.
Ye started without me.
So our priority here is to go with Remembrance. No, Remembrance is not a good one. It's like, even though our Remembrance, the creature will be quite tanky, but we can only block 1. So if we were to go with Lauren Protege, we can at least block like... we can challenge 1, we can block another 1 later, and we can use single combat as well. So that's slightly better, I feel. And we might be able to just go with Relentless Pursuit to try and take out a couple more. Because if we don't stop the like the aggro here, right, we might just lose. Because once we hit like less than 10, I feel like we're in the danger zone.
I demand hardly fair.
And even if he has Noxian Fervor, right, after we cast our Relentless Pursuit, we are forcing him to use Noxian Fervor on our creature instead of on our face, which is a good thing as well. Yeah. And if he uses Noxian Fervor, we will just use single combat to just waste, to like attack another creature instead. So at least like we kind of deny the Noxian Fervor and reduce the health of some other creature here. Yeah, I would expect that, that's why. So in this scenario, we want to deny this. Okay, that's a good one. So here we will go with Lauren Protege again. And the next time we can go with Lucian and Senna. Yeah. If I'm not wrong, generally mid-range does quite well against aggro.
You fight or you swim.
Oh my god, thank god the creature he summoned is 0 attack. What we can do here is we can go with Lauren Protege here.
Who does not know the name Laurent?
This will block this.
The dead don't need riches.
Okay.
Captain's orders.
It is fine.
Close my eyes, make it fair.
So at least our Lauren Protege leaves. Let's go with Lucian.
Don't get in my way.
Yeah, right now we are forcing him to cast his birds on us instead. Because if they don't deal with Lucian and Senna, right, you're going to be gaining a lot of value here. I was hoping that we could have another spell mana, then we could have like ready and just destroy him, you know. But oh well. Wait, so the thing is, would Miss Fortune be a better choice here? No, I don't think so.
They're as good as dead.
You're adorable when you're
Because
angry.
if Lucian just dies, right, like we can't really buff any of them up. Casting this separately is not a good thing. So now we put him in a difficult position here.
Run them through. Aha!
Yeah, he has to kill 2 of them. Otherwise, right, one of them will gain value. There isn't much he can do here though. So the only burn he can yeah, he haven't cast Make It Rain yet, right? Yep. I guess he just has to hope that the Make It Rain hits. Oh, okay. What's the best way we can go about doing this though? I think Remembrance would be a good one here. So we need a tanky body to deal with all these small creatures anyway. And they have scouts, so we can't afford to, you know. Like, these 2 is not enough to block this. They're going to be generating a lot of value here as well, so... A tanky body. Oh my god, this is the most tankiest, isn't it? Yeah, that's a good one. The dragon would have been a good one as well, because we can just keep on gaining fury +1/+1 every time. So the next turn would be 7 mana +2. Yeah, unfortunately we could have Like, unfortunately, we do not have another mana. If not, we could have just gone with Wizard Ranger, Misfortune, and Relentless Pursuit.
Time to get my hands dirty.
Yeah, it's a bit awkward for him right now. Nice. Let's go with Misfortune here. Misfortune will do very well here.
But not that good.
Because we are going to Relentless Pursuit, right? So we can help to fulfill Misfortune's level up condition. Wait, I don't. Oh, okay. We can just hit this, and we force him to go with another Noxian Fervor. He's overcommitting here already. That's a problem. So we can just attack here. I didn't realize we can. I kept on thinking Senna was a champion, then how come Senna didn't transform into a spell? Do we really need to cast Relentless Pursuit here? I don't think we need to, right? Let's go with Wizard Ranger first. So at least this way, when we attack with Wizard Ranger, and hopefully trade with one of them here. And the next time we just go with Relentless Pursuit to end the game. Yep. Ah, nice one. I think naturally against aggro deck, mid-range is generally better, isn't it? Yeah, but this is quite interesting deck though.